My friends, the day 4 wrap-up last night was very dark. So let's do a quick day 4 wrap-up before I start some work on day 5, which is going to be a short day because I need to go to town and pick up some baby chicks. That top purlin's not on yet, but I got the other ones. Got to price out some tin, but we have the right half built up, framed. I need to put the 2 braces in on the right half like I did on the left half. That helps immensely with the little bit of bowing. It's much more solid in there. But this is where we are after the end of day 4. So my goal for today, because I got to run into town and get those baby chicks, which are, they're, I guess now 4-day-old. I ordered some, they're holding them. Getting the black Australorps today. Still crossing my fingers on the American breast. Haven't heard from the lady up there yet, but we're going to cross our fingers. We're going to build this as if we're going to get them. So my goal for today before I head to town is to get the last of the purlins on, and then from there I can put paneling across the backside to help the lefty-righty. It's not wobbly, but every time you put some wood on there, it gets a little more firm. It is rock solid front and backward, but the lefty-righty does give a little bit. So let's see if we can get the last purlins up there and get some paneling on the back before we head to town. I have about an hour to spend on this today. Not one thing, it's another. Tractor doesn't want to start this morning. Well, my guess is it's probably the battery. I mean, it doesn't even try to turn, just click. So tractor's going to sit right there while we work on this. I can deal with batteries after dark. Might ask, Eric, why don't you put some flooring in there to make your life easier? Well, until I get tin on there, I don't want my plywood getting rained on. I move slow, so until I have this roof on, I don't want to put the plywood in. The plywood's undercover under a tarp. Now my roof, my building's a 10 by 10, well, 10 by 20. I went a little bit overhang, so I put 1 foot, about 12 foot 2x4s, put a foot in the front, foot in the back. Yes, that means there's going to be a little bit of slop out here in the end, but that ain't going anywhere. Those are. Problem with working until after dark is this is my 3rd hammer. I don't know where the first 2 are. I'll find them eventually. I did spend a little bit of time trying to grease the skids on these clamps. They seem to work a little better, but they're still problematic. They're just old, I guess. It's about halfway there, and I'm only putting the uppy downy, right? So I can slide it forward and backward. I just want to make sure it's at the correct 4 foot mark. Then I slide this to my 4 foot mark. And I bang, 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 bang. We'll go to the far side to make sure we get it in correctly. And then we'll work our way back. Good. I don't know how many nails you're supposed to put in these. To me, 3 on the ends and 2 in the middles seems like plenty. Now we can't put braces on the front yet because I have to figure out how I'm going to frame in my doors. So I don't have this top 2x4 up here yet. Found one of my other hammers. I was trying to hang a light up last night, but it was too dark. When I measured from peak to eave, 147 inches. So I need to call the metal shop, get them to make me up some tin. Probably gonna go 29 gauge, it's a roof. It spans 12 foot for 147 inch runs. Ridge cap, 12 foot ridge cap, drip edge. I think that's all I'll need. Okay, I do not want to cut any of my wood, so we'll put some bracing underneath. And just to be safe, I'm only cutting. Yep. Can't quite reach. Oh, it'll be 2 inches taller. We are going to try to be smart. We'll see how this works. These boards, paneling, are all 4 foot. I'm using this top board as where I want the top of the paneling to be. So what if I struggled after dark trying to hang up those ones? What if some brainiac was to come along and say, hey, take those lovely clamps you have that you just admire so much and put those at 4 foot. And then I can rest the bottom of the paneling on this awesome clamp. Now in theory, 4 foot, 4 foot. Oh my goodness gracious. And there you go. Back of the coop is paneled. I have to do something on the top. We've talked about just making it netting. We've talked about making it paneling, put, you know, screen vents in there or something. Don't know, but that's to be figured out. We're gonna put a door somewhere on the side here. Has a little platform, makes a 90 degree and goes down with the hillside. If I step back and you look, the ground slopes downhill, and if I was to try and put a ramp, the ramp would be about 10 foot long. So we're going to come out and go that way on each side. Probably put a platform somewhere here going towards the middle. Same thing on the other side, put a platform at the end coming towards the middle. And then right from here, this is the divider of the two coops, we're going to put a fence straight down all the way to my property line. And then we'll fence in one side for a free run, one other side for free range. So I have 3 more sheets of paneling. We can put 2 of them up over there. Then we'll measure, probably rip the last one in half, finish that side and that side. And then from there, probably a good place to call a break. All right, paneling up for all the 4-foot half sheets. Now what I need is a 4-foot quarter sheet, which I assume is going to be that groove right there. Yeah, that groove right there. Don't even need to measure. They already measured for me. All I need to do is cut where it doesn't tear up there when I'm done. Ponderous. Tongue. Groove one on the other side. I guess I should have hung this wall that way to make the tongue slide under a groove. Well, ain't that just something to ponder over? I'm probably going to have some half pieces. I could probably use this piece somewhere else. So we're just going to hold off on making any decisions for that. And we'll leave a little hole here. time to start packing up because I got to get ready to go to town, pick up the baby chicks, which obviously they're not going to go in here, but they're just a couple days old, so they're going to go in the brooder. Need to call the tin shop, get some tin ordered. But I think if I get the roof on, then I can get the floor in. Then I can button up the backside. And then we can start on the doors. There you go, my friends. The end of day 5. Beautiful day out. But unfortunately, got to go to town, so I can't work on this anymore. Need to make some phone calls, order some stuff while places are open. Oh well. Let's take a quick look. There's a little walk around as for what the coop is going to look like. Imagine a roof, just pretend. My fence is going to go all the way back to the retaining wall in the distance, up to the far edge of the coop, and then from that T-post, well, from that 4x4 to a corner brace down here. And then the fence is going to run all the way down around the driveway, have to put corner braces as need be, down to the creek, and then follow my property line, back up, and then way up around the corner and loop back and come back around to the retaining wall again to make this an enclosed, big free range area. Probably be right over half an acre. Again, we'll split it down the middle, so each breed gets its own area. Trim will hide the corners. Trim will hide the corners. A lot of trim. Nesting boxes are going to go on the inside, but the access hatch is going to be over here for us to get to. So we just stay on the flat, walk up, but our access hatch will be right there to get to the eggs. We will do rainwater collection off the roof to a pair of gutters that goes down. Just a little supplemental water. Cleanouts, we're going to drag everything to the front to clean it. And we'll just dump it in the tractor bucket, and then I can haul it wherever. And as cleanings are needed. Same thing on this side. We'll have 110 square foot of rainwater collection on the left, 110 square foot on the right. That's not going to be the only water source. That blue barrel is my well. Just so happens that if you go straight to the driveway, my 1-inch main goes out and then along the driveway up to the well house. So if I find somewhere in here, dig down, find that main, turn the well off, drain the bladder tank, put a T in, I can run around and put a yard hydrant somewhere over here. Then I'll have water right beside the chickens with all of about 10 feet of PEX. And then I'll have water over here. Power, another issue. I'm going to have to, I got power in the barn off to the right. Probably come down the backside through that gravel over there and dig a little trench, bury power to get to this. Don't need much, 15 amps, way overkill. But it would be nice to have power. We have solar lights for inside and out. We have cameras that are solar-based Wi-Fi cameras. So we're trying to not need power. That's something that I will deal with way down the road. Water, coop, number 1. Run, number 2. And then water, once this coop is all built, number 3. So we have thought about lots of things, and lots of things are in progress. Let me make a couple phone calls, get cleaned up, get to town, and I will start recording on the Black Australorp chickens as to the progress that they make. I believe, don't tell my wife, I forget what I ordered quantity-wise. I think I got 8 hens and 3 roosters. But then for some reason in my head, I'm thinking I got 5 roosters. 13 chicks? I don't know. We'll see what I got when I get there. But they're finally in. Let's go get some chickens.